What's going on out there? Happy holidays. This is Cigar Boxing getting back at you. Like I always say, at the end of the day, all we are fans. All we are fans. I love some of the videos out there and some of the content we're putting out. We got a little break before the new year of boxing, so let's put out some great videos and some great content. This is my video to talk about the fight of the year. In my opinion, the fight of the year has got to be Joshua versus Klitschko. And that happened in April 29th of 2017. This fight is a fight and a type of fight that boxing fans have not seen in a while. We have not seen a unification bout in the heavyweight division in some years. So as a boxing fan, I was clamoring to see this fight. This fight was live, and I had to go to one of my son's baseball games, and I was watching the fight on my phone, driving at the same time until I got home to see the fucking fight. Because as a fan, if you wanted a fan, somebody to watch boxing that wasn't a big fan but a casual fan, and wanted to see what boxing was really about and what the excitement was about, this was the fight you would show them to demonstrate in 2017 what boxing is about. With Floyd Mayweather and his comeback and McGregor and that bullshit ass fight, and people drank the Kool-Aid and paid all that damn money, and it was mostly UFC fans bit into it, but in all actuality, this fight was fight of the year. You talk about a heavyweight fight that had both opponents getting knocked down, getting up off the canvas and continuing the fight, and someone getting knocked out into someone's reign as champion. Even though Vladimir Klitschko came off of a loss, he was still at the time the biggest name in the heavyweight division, especially with Vladimir Klitschko having a reign of 24 title defenses, a win streak of almost 11 years. No one was able to beat this guy. And only two fighters during an 11-year reign made it to a decision. Vladimir Klitschko knocked out the rest of them. That's how dominant he was. It may be some of y'all say his style was boring, but that's how dominant he was. And all of you out there, you can say what you want, but this fight was it. It's not many fights we had in boxing you would say to a casual fan, watch this fight, this is what boxing is about, this is why I get excited about boxing. This was the fight. The build-up. Wembley Stadium. 80,000 fans screaming at the top of their lungs to see the fighters that they loved. This was boxing at its highest pinnacle this year to me. This is what it was about. And it was cold at that fight. And fans, it was about 51 degrees that night. And fans were all there to see the best fight. The best. So my hat goes off to Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. Some of the young gun or the older fighters need to take a page out of the book of Vladimir Klitschko. He needs to be respected more for this fight. He took on the best in the division and one of the young lions in the division. Compared to other fighters who claim they're the best, but don't take on any of the young lions. They cherry pick their fights. Not a lot of respect there, but a lot of respect needs to go to Vladimir Klitschko for this fight. I don't care if he is Ukrainian. I don't care about his skin color or race. What I care about in his heart, he's a fighter. He's a boxer. And what he did was admirable. That's man shit there. Not no little boy punk shit he did. So let me give you my choice also of fight of the year, the runner-up, and then there's also upset of the year. Okay, some of y'all are like, hey, this was the upset of the year. upset of the year was Roman Gonzalez versus Sisket Sor Rungvisai, the first fight. Reason being, most experts had Roman Gonzalez number one pound for pound, with him coming off a tough fight against Cadras for his WBC 115 pound title. This fight, Sor Rungvisai was definitely an underdog coming from Thailand in this fight. And then the fight started and Roman Gonzalez hit the canvas in the first round. Very, very surprising, especially with Roman Gonzalez being number one pound for pound and coming in. And people got to remember that Roman Gonzalez came up from 105 pounds up to 115. Power difference, a lot, over 4 weight classes. You have to give it to Roman Gonzalez for doing what he did. But for anybody that's been following boxing, you knew that once he went from 112 to 115 and the power difference and how he wasn't knocking the same type of opponents out at 115 and started having harder fights, true fight fans all knew it was just a matter of time. So, looking at it, some try to defend Roman Gonzalez. I could come away with Sor Rungvisai winning the fight in a close fight. This fight could have went either way because Roman Gonzalez did get off his butt and continue to apply the pressure in the fight. But the thing, if you watch the fight, he could not get away from Sor Rungvisai's left hand. It was just way, way, way too much in this fight. And then at the end, when the scorecards were read, people couldn't believe it. But with the knockdown and some rough looking rounds, towards the middle and the end, I can understand why he got the nod and he got the win. But that is the biggest upset in boxing in 2017 and my runner-up as the fight of the year. Tell me what you think the fight of the year was and what your criteria is for fight of the year. As Cigar Boxing always says, I'ma stay cool so you stay cool. Cigar Boxing.